Good morning. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, friends in the U.S. Actually, good evening to you. Good morning to all of us here in Melbourne. Just getting some technical things set to get you the best video. And we will get started. Let's see. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining in today. Move that out of the way. And yeah, we'll get going. So, good morning, everyone. This is Nancy Hetker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Melbourne, Australia, broadcasting live via Facebook and on replay on Facebook and YouTube. I hope that you have an opportunity to join me live sometime if you aren't on live now. I try to do it on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Australia Eastern Time in Melbourne. That tends to be Tuesday evening in the United States. So today I'm going to be showing you some projects based on Sarah Douglas's presentation at Onstage Live in Auckland in April. Well, she did several presentations, but this is one that she did for us, showing how to use the Silhouette. Well, here's the whole suite as shown in the catalog. And it's got some designer series paper, which is what we're really going to be using today, a stamp set, some dies, and various embellishments, including the new shimmer black and shimmer white embossing powder. You may have seen on my blog this past week, I did a couple projects with the shimmer white embossing powder, which I'm very excited to have in our repertoire. I dearly missed Iridescent Ice, for those of you who remember that from several years ago. And this is pretty close. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. It's got more of a white. I feel like Iridescent Ice was more basically clear with iridescent glitter in it. This has definitely got white with iridescent glitter in it. And I presume the black is the same way, but I don't have that. So here is more detail. Here's the Silhouette paper. Sorry, my video has frozen. I'm going to reload my browser page. There we go. Now I can see it all. So here's the Silhouette paper. I'm about to show you that some more. Here's the Silhouette Scene stamp set, which I am not using on these projects today, but I do have it here to show you, just so you can see what most of the suite encompasses. So there's the Silhouette Scenes stamp set, and this is the set of dies. It says Adventure, Forever, Inspire, and it's got, I really like the botanical shapes, so the tree and I guess it's like a dandelion, but I really like those, and I think those would be cool. But the project that we're doing today is really focused on this very vibrant designer series paper, and I'll show you all of the patterns. This is hexagon. So this is really watercolory patterns on one side. So there's pattern, pattern, pattern. And then the other side is just like a watercolor wash in a bunch of vibrant colors. But you can see how these would be really great for those silhouettes to go against. So, you know, it's kind of like, whoa, how are we going to use some of these? They're so big and bold and vibrant. That's just the word for it. So Sarah actually showed us a whole class that she was doing, and what she did was she gave each attendee, or what she had planned to do, she gave each attendee half a sheet of each of the 6 sheets of paper, and she had them go ahead and just punch with this tailored tag punch the whole sheets. And I'm not going to probably do this whole one for you on here today, but I want to get some of them because I want to be able to use some. But you know, she was talking to us, she was just doing exactly this, and we were like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Just random willy-nilly the whole the whole thing, huh? But I'm just going to keep going here so I have a bunch of different colors to work with. Just to show you. And then when you get down to that, you just cut it off so you can keep going. And I did this with all the other ones in this half pack or quarter pack of the DSP last night. So let's see, that may be enough for what we're doing today. And yeah, so this is the tailored tag punch. And I'm going to put these over here. You can see in the picture I've got the different papers cut out and stacked up here. And this is what she showed us. She had made on the note cards, and some she filled up all the way and some she just filled up part way, and we're going to do some playing in a minute. And she actually wound up using one particular stamp set, was it a Strong Woman, I think, for her themed class, and that I don't own it. And so what I've done, and what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm making a set of cards to gift to someone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of these, and they can be used with any of these. So the person who gets these can choose which, if any, they want to use. But you can just plunk them on there however you want. Mix and match. Got a couple happy birthdays, sending well wishes your way. You could put a congratulations on there. Can you see them? There's a hello. You could do that one. You could even put it on and then cut off the end there so it's just on like that. And yeah, I've got a little note, thanks, or you could just send them, you know, just without a sentiment on them if that's how you like to roll. So I'm going to leave those up here and we'll get started playing. Oh, so we're doing them on these Whisper White note cards and envelopes, and I've probably talked about these before. This is a really economical and versatile product in our catalog. It's 20 of these note cards that mail just fine in every market I've ever heard of. They're not too small to go in the mail, and they come 20 envelopes, 20 note cards. They're pre-cut, pre-scored. You just take them out, score them, or fold them. I like to burnish them because it makes it lie a little flatter. They're really nice, thick cardstock, good to work with. So I actually find it's helpful to kind of weigh it down a little bit as I start playing. So to do these, you can mix and match, and they're just the right size that you can get, like 1.5. So you can start playing like that. Some of these have kind of figure out what colors you want together. So I apologize if it seems like I'm kind of distracted here as I try to think and talk at the same time. And figure out what's going on. Yeah, chime in if you think you're like, oh, it needs a green or something like that, because who knows what I'm doing. Need to see what's what here. Where are all the orangey ones? They're on the back of, that's red. I may have used up most of my orange ones. That's okay. So you can do like that. Could do like that, or put in some other color. Let's see here. Like I said, we should be able to get 1.5. It's called multitasking, yeah. Yeah, 1.5 units. Yeah, it helps. And it, you know, you can see I'm not so great. I need some of those tile spacers like the tile layers have. Like I can really see on this one that my spacing isn't totally even, but I think I will get more proficient as I go. So yeah, in some ways I'm kind of thinking maybe this one would just do. That might be kind of cool. Okay, let's see about doing this. You stay there. Let's start with this. So I'm going to line that up right at the edge here with this edge on the right. Try to get it square. And I do love my glue, but I have found on this I am getting smudges sometimes as I try to nudge them into where I think they should be. So I use my adhesive eraser, which you can get in art supply stores since we don't carry it anymore. I'm so sad. And a little glue on that side. And which one did I say up here? I think I said this one. Oh, no, this way. So then you just come along the part that's hanging off, you just cut it. And I can add that back in over here with these to use on another one. That gives me a little better sense what I'm doing here, maybe. I'm overthinking, I'm sure. But I kind of like that one with the different colors. So I'm putting the points right at the edge here and trying to get them to line up. Now the question is, do we keep going? Let's see. I don't know. I think maybe one more row here, but I'm not sure that's the right one. Anyway, we'll keep going here. It's blue. It's purplies. Like that one. But wait, we could do more. Yeah, I'm liking that. And like I said, I'm really overthinking it way too much. I'm sure Sarah would be like, just slap them down because they're all going to work well together. But hi, Chrissy. Thanks for joining in. Where in Australia are you? Let's get that on there. Do half of this one. So Jennifer, I was thinking this really kind of reminds me of quilting in many ways, which before I found paper crafting, that was something that I did a little bit of. I wanted to do more. Naive me thought that maybe I could do that and have kids. That didn't happen. So, oh, you're in Adelaide. Cool. So yeah, so this, you could put one of those on there or put it up there. Glue that in there. Anyhow, am I blocking everything by doing it that way? Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I like it there better. Anyhow, that's the idea. You could do full card coverage or partial card coverage. But I thought they were really kind of a neat playing with color on paper idea that Sarah had. Again, I am showing you the project. Really, it was a whole class idea that Sarah had. Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up. Shelley Gardner's daughter. Shelley Gardner, of course, is the co-founder and now chair of the board of Stampin' Up, and her daughter took her place as CEO of Stampin' Up. And at Onstage Live in Auckland in April, Sarah presented this really class concept to us with this paper, which is really pretty cool, I must say. And you can see, you just put them in there however you want. This is all using all the same paper, but I could, of course, mix in some of these that have some of the green. I guess it's yellow and sorry, I didn't mean to trail off there. That multitasking thing again. I'm having fun. A little less yellow, a little more bluey green. Yeah, just for a little variety. I think I'm going to stick that one down. I like that. Yeah, metallic paper. Yep. Newcastle. That's New South Wales, right, Karen? I'm still learning because I'm still a newbie here. So we need to pull this down to make it a little more even on the page, since we're not probably going to go all the way. Okay. Let's start down and work up. Ooh, that one's a really pretty blue. Let's save that one and put that here. Okay. So I'm just sticking them down. You could use tape runner for this. But again, one of the things I really love about my glue is I can nudge just a little bit right away. So and the thing that I'm doing is I'm making sure on these intact ones that I'm lined right up with the edge of the card, because it can be a little bit off on the cut ones, and that's fine. Oh, I put glue all over that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Yeah, see, like there I could see it wasn't quite even. I just want to be careful that that doesn't stick. And there's the downside of the glue, right? Hi Gladys, busy evening, huh? Doing fun things, I hope. Just north of Sydney, yeah, that's what I thought. I've been to Newcastle, England. So Newcastle, when I was in Sydney 2 years ago, Newcastle leapt out at me. Go ahead and trim this one off while I'm here. That's kind of cool just like that, isn't it? What do you think? Should I stop there? Or keep going? Yeah, good. Stop there. Did you? Cool. Which paper did you use, Gladys? I'm just showing you some possibilities here. You can weigh in. It's good with the message there? Yeah. I think I'm going to stop on that one. So Sarah had planned this out that a quarter of a pack of designer series paper would make 10 note cards. But, you know, obviously if you're only filling partials, you'll get more, which is fine. I'm just playing. I don't have a particular goal in mind. I'm just going to get that sticky spot off of my grid paper. Haven't done anything with this one yet. Let's see what we got here. Oh, and I suppose we could play around a little bit with doing them this way too. How's that going to work? I haven't tried the spacing on this. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, it looks like 1 2/2, maybe? Sorry, I've gone quiet again, but I'm focusing. That's kind of neat. I'm just piecing things together here. Yeah. I think that's it. What do you think, ladies? Yes, scrap paper too. Yeah, if you can get enough to get enough to cover at least part, I think you're right, Karen. Yeah, it feels like a little bit more work, but in the end, it's not too bad actually. So, do I have another partial on this one? I don't think so. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is start with this row. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one in half. Again, just weighing it down so it's easier to get on there. Get right up to the edge. Hey, Michelle. So this one will probably have bigger, what should we call them, grout lines, if we're talking about tiles. But that's okay. We'll see how it goes. So, what are you all working on in your creative lives right now? Jennifer, are you doing your bags still at the farmers markets? Pouches? I still use my pouches all the time from you. Anybody else want to talk about what they're crafting right now? Making cards? Oh, no more of the farmer's market. You're just doing gardening. Okay. Are you doing veggies as well as flowers? For those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, because why would you? Jennifer and I used to live across the street from each other in Champaign, Illinois. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And our kids were, we kind of stair-stepped. My oldest was older than her oldest, and my youngest was in between her two boys, so, and then she's NAIDOC. Red, black, and yellow. Okay, I'm sorry, Karen. I'm new enough that I need I need some translation or interpretation. What is that? Um, So Catherine's been doing a lot of cooking, it looks like, in the last year or two, right? I've been intrigued by all of that. I've seen lots of neat baking. My gosh, these seem to be getting wider and wider. Let's see what we can do about that. Hi, Mimi. And it looks like maybe Nikki is here too. And Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. Nice to have all these friends from the U.S. join in, but I'm so happy to be meeting so many new people here in Australia. I'm still waiting. Karen Sutton. NAIDOC. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's a good cause. I'm working on getting a recipient lined up for cards that I'm hoping that we're going to make for World Card Making Day, the first Saturday in October. And I've sent an email out to one organization and haven't heard from them, so it's on my list to follow up with them today or tomorrow. And that's what I did when I lived in Arizona. We donated cards to pediatric ward at a hospital, and the staff would use them for kids' birthdays or for families if they unfortunately lost a child. And I'm hoping to set up a similar arrangement with a hospital here. I just need to get it to go through probably all the bureaucracy involved with making that kind of decision. Okay, so there's the horizontal one, which, you know, hey, I kind of like that. Let's take a look at things here. So, for those of you who've joined in recently, I am showing this Sia Silhouette Designer Series paper, which has very bold and vibrant colors, which I do like very much. And on the back, it's this sort of tie-dyed looking or wash. Reminds me of the stuff that we were doing with, well, we had Brushos, and now we've got National Aboriginal and Islanders Day Observance Committee. Okay, I'm going to get back to that in a moment. This reminds me of stuff that we were doing with Brushos, and now we have the color, pigment sprinkles, which are actually in Stampin' Up! Colors, which is bonus. And I'm going to be doing a class with those later on in the next few months. That's on my blog if you're local to Melbourne and want to come to that class. But in the meantime, we're playing with the Sia Silhouette Designer Series paper. This is a project idea that Sarah Douglas, CEO of Stampin' Up!, showed us at Onstage Live in Auckland in April. And what we did was took a quarter of the pack of paper, so that's half a sheet of each of the designs, and using the tailored tag punch, I punched out all of these tags and then arranged them on the note cards and envelopes in various ways. And I also have, she was showing them that you put the sentiments on however you like. And I explained at the beginning that I think what I'm going to do, because this is actually going to be a gift, what I would probably do, and because that's got that big white piece there, I would probably do that one, is go ahead and take all of these, and these are just various sentiments that I had in my stash, and stamped in Versamark and heat embossed with white, just plain old white embossing powder, except for the two like this, because they stamp solid and it's the unstamped part that shows the sentiment. I stamped them in Versamark and embossed them with black embossing powder. So what I'll probably do is I'll stick some dimensionals on the back of these and just enclose them, and then the recipient can choose how and if she wants to put a sentiment on any of these. But I have lots of pieces to keep going. I think I can easily get 12 or 15 or maybe even 20 cards out of just a quarter of a pack of designer series paper. And I think that's a neat project to do either in a class if you're a demonstrator, or for yourself to use in your own stash, or to give away or sell, or whatever you like to do. But it's fun, and it's, if you like playing with the colors, and yeah, I've enjoyed doing this. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Jennifer's asking, do you often stamp the sentiments separately for the choice later? Yeah, I don't. There are times that I decide that I like cards that are just without a sentiment, but I often do the sentiments on them. There are times that I say, hey, I'm going to just put this aside and figure out what I'm going to use it for. But I usually go ahead and put sentiments on. But I have in the past done sets like this with sentiments, where they work to mix and match. And I, especially if I'm giving them to somebody as, here's cards that you can use throughout your life, and as you need one, pick a sentiment. So I don't tend to have, I'm sort of rambling, but that's the answer to your question. What else did I want to tell you about today? Oh, just a reminder, not like you haven't seen it on my blog. If you order in July, we're having bonus days. So depending on which country you are in, the amount varies, so I'm not going to talk specifically about that. But when you place a minimum order, you will get you'll get a coupon by email, and you'll be able to apply that to an order in August for money off. And I've looked in most markets, it's more than enough to cover the shipping charge for your order in August. So, that's one way to look at it. If you have thought about joining Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, either because you want to get your crafting supplies at a 20% discount, or because you like, or you think you want to keep doing this as starting your own business, or for whatever reason, you don't have to sell Stampin' Up!, you don't have to do classes, you don't have to do anything that you see me doing. You can just have your supplies at a discount. If you sign up in July or August, you will get an extra chunk of credit to put products into your starter kit. So it's an incredibly good bargain. You don't pay shipping on your starter kit, and you get just a whole lot of product of choice in that kit. And people do sign up just to be able to get that awesome deal on that particular box of supplies, and you also get an even bigger coupon to use on your order in August. So, it's a great deal. The other nice thing about signing up in July as a demonstrator, not only do you get the great deal on your starter kit and the 20% bonus ongoing, you get to apply that bonus to the brand new holiday catalog, which is being debuted to the people who earn the incentive trip to the Greek Isles this week. They've been posting pictures of the cover, and it looks very cool. But that catalog becomes available to demonstrators in the beginning of August instead of September for regular customers. So, rambling on again, but if there are a lot of benefits to being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you're interested and you're in Australia, I'd be happy to have you join my team and to answer any questions that you have. If you are in the US and think you want to take advantage of either of these deals and you need a demonstrator, if you let me know, I will help you link up to somebody in the US. And if you happen to be watching in Europe, and same deal, I can find you a demonstrator in Europe as well. Yes, Nikki says, don't wait to sign up. I didn't regret that I didn't sign up right away. Yeah, who doesn't want to save 20%, right, on everything that they buy? So, yeah, that's what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed seeing a different way to use some designer series paper, and that even if you're not much of a stamper or crafter, anybody can do this. It's pretty affordable entry point, a pack of designer series paper, a punch, some note cards and envelopes. If you have sentiments in your stash, great. If you don't, you can there's a couple of really nice versatile sets of sentiments in this catalog, which is great. That's something I had lobbied for a couple of years. I would point you towards Here's a Card stamp set if you are just starting and want good sentiments. That seems to have a nice wide range of things. And one of the things I really like is that it's got both ones to put on the front, like Happy Birthday, and then a matching sentiment to go inside if you are somebody who likes to have that. So that's what I've got for you today, and I hope you enjoyed watching. If you missed part of it, feel free to watch on replay, either here on Facebook, or I will also have it on my YouTube channel. If you find that you are watching replay a lot and you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get notifications if you turn that feature on when I do post. It takes, it's usually later in the day on Wednesday. It takes some time to do minimal editing and just to do the processing to get it uploaded onto YouTube. But it's usually there within 24 hours, and if you subscribe over there, you'll get a notice if you find you're watching on replay and want a reminder. So that's it. I hope you'll join me again next week where we'll do something. If you ever have a particular product or technique or something you'd like me to show on one of my videos, just send me a message and I will work that in. And yeah, happy stamping. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.